Cowboy up. How's it going, sir? Well, I figured I better wear the official white shirt and follow all the rules. I got my watermelon opal
So you
out,
got your
ready. Got my 10-year anniversary pin for the Corps of Engineers. But I asked Joe to come and talk about this, so we'd have it discussed, but I didn't get that in time to think we wanted that on the agenda. But if the EPA would write a letter of support for my grant for the construction of a water system, that would be fantastic.
I'm here.
You got 48 seconds. We're good, we're good.
yeah, I got Lonnie a call.
Okay.
You gotta run the meeting.
You got it.
All right. All right. It is 8:31. Call this October 3rd meeting of the Utilities Commission to order. Lashana Tova to those who celebrate. Go ahead and you have the agenda before you. I'll let's see, look to the minutes of the September 5th meeting. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Make a motion to approve the minute.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Moving on to the adjustment journal. Mr. Reinhardt, would you like to talk about the adjustment journal, or whoever has prepared the adjustment journal?
Yeah, I made it up. So first one there is Westgate Mobile Home Community. Leak credit that we approved last month at our meeting. The next one there was an account that was set up for water and sewer, and it was discovered that there was no sewer charges, or no sewer attached.
Yeah, he's not.
We reimbursed
He's
paying
not.
for
He doesn't have sanitary sewer.
Okay.
And next three are return payments.
All right.
I will move to approve the adjustment journal.
There is a motion made to approve the adjustment journal for September. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, we have a second. Are there any further discussions? Hearing none, clerk may call the roll.
Mr. Sires?
Yes.
Mr. Ball?
Yes.
Mr. Reinhardt?
Yes?
Ms. Goosenberg?
Yes.
Motion carries. Adjustment journal is approved. All right, moving on to new business. Joe, here we are. Mr. B, come on up. All
morning.
right.
Thank you for taking the time to.
Can you speak into the microphone, please? Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time to hear me out. Just really very pleased to announce that my numbers have improved substantially here since September 11th. It was, and my team and I have been working diligently, tens of thousands of dollars, and I'm happy that that we're in a better place. So I shouldn't be bothering you from here to forward for a while at least. And last time you all were kind enough to leave the door open with the possibility that this bill would be a little bit higher, because previous to September 11th, there was that issue. And then the bills overlapped, and so I'm thinking that it would be a great help if you would consider the sewer reduction for that part of the bill again. And then next month you won't see me here because our numbers are where they need to be.
All right. Do we have figures on that?
On this sheet here,
Okay.
last month the credit was 529 units,
Okay.
which would be a unit's 100 cubic feet or 748 gallons. This month the credit would be 392 units, and the dollar amount on that would be $2,924.32. Would be the credit for the sewer.
gonna lean on our subject matter experts here. That be appropriate?
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
It goes with, in parallel to exactly what we did last time.
Okay.
We anticipated this action.
All right. Mr. Gant, do you have any comments or questions?
No. It sounds like we're just repeating what was the credit that was provided last time.
Mr. Ruckman? Ms. Boosenberg? No. I have none. So, on the stipulation that we won't see you again and I won't have to struggle with your name.
Okay, yeah. You know, I'm still gonna be here for a while, and we're still spending a lot of money, and our team's all together, but we're doing a preventative maintenance from having this issue
Sure.
take place. We're doing some, you know, things that I didn't think we'd be able to get to for years,
Right.
and we're doing them now, so I'm very happy about that.
Yeah. And to be clear, that was a joke. You're always welcome to come here. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion if you, I didn't write down the number. Okay. I will make a motion that we provide a credit or credit
In
to
the amount of,
yeah, the credit for $2,924.32 Westgate Mobile Home Park.
did you get that figure, April? Okay.
We have this sticky.
All right. We have a motion for $2,924.32 as a credit to the Westgate Mobile Park. Is there a second?
I can second that.
We have a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, clerk may call the roll.
Mr. Sires?
Yes.
Mr. Ball?
Yes.
Mr. Reinhardt?
Yes?
Ms. Busenberg?
Yes.
Motion carries.
So while Joe is still here, you got a letter that was sent to us. I didn't have a chance to have it attached to the agenda, but you've gotten a letter from the EPA. Our understanding is they would like us to take you over as a water system. Is that what they're requesting? Do you have
Yeah,
any
they
more?
said I was in good standing, and there's no reason why that couldn't be done. But of course, I don't understand, you know, what's going on behind the scenes on your end. But if you'd consider that now or at some point in the future, or telling me the road that I need to take in order to get to that point. But you know, I understand that this may not be the time, but whatever it is, I'd like to discuss that possibility.
Yeah, so some background. Because Joe has plastic pipes that don't meet our standards, we wouldn't immediately take this over. The path we've been working on is if the EPA were so gracious to provide a grant or a grant loan combination to where his water system could be replaced, then we would consider the takeover after it's been upgraded to city standards. So we're currently writing, we've been denied a couple times. We're writing a new grant. And what I think the best course of action would be is if, Joe, if you could write a letter in support of the project, and then maybe have Mr. Reinhardt call the Ohio EPA. The grant we're applying for is to the U.S. EPA. So we would ask for the folks with the Ohio EPA that are most familiar with your system to also write a letter of support supporting this water system elimination project.
Okay.
So I think that's I don't think we need to vote on anything, 'cause we're already approved by city council to apply for this grant. And this would be one project in our larger portfolio, but a very important project. So that's something, maybe some testimony from a couple of your residents, maybe a letter from a couple of residents asking for help to convert the water system to a city water system.
Yeah, I think that's a good move for the future, and I've got vacant land there too that I could possibly, that would help tremendously with that possibility.
Yep.
you see, I have a really nice property that's been upgraded over the years, and that will fall right in line with what I'm trying to accomplish. So definitely.
Yeah, we want to get this in a couple weeks because we're close to being ready to turn in the grant.
Okay.
So it's due in November, but we want to get it in earlier.
So our administrative team will look at that, and then we'll bring in counsel and legal counsel, and, we'll be in touch.
Yeah, that's great. I have in my office one of the last Mount Vernon's news, the way it was done before, and it was when we first brought up this possibility years ago. I was very proud of it, and it says, as the title, is the city and Westgate working together. So for you all to
Yeah, I need a
continue
copy of
on
that.
with that possibility, it's a great, it's a very good feeling to know that.
Yeah, I think it's a good approach. Not anything that any of us can pay cash for, so we need the assistance of our larger government partners.
Cool.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, have a nice, enjoy the great weather, and have a nice weekend. Thank you very much for
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, moving on to CDBG critical infrastructure. Do we have an update here?
Yeah, so thanks to the governor's announcement and our partners in the Ohio Department of Development, we have been approved for two pretty good sized community development block grants. The neighborhood one focuses on the west end of town, north of High Street, has some utility aspects, but it's primarily sidewalks, parks, and that has been in design. What we're looking at today is we need to enter a contract to work on design for critical infrastructure, which, to remind everyone, is 4 blocks of brick streets. Where the utility commission comes in, that will include the complete replacement of the storm, sanitary, and the water systems under those 4 blocks. Those are Main Street to Sandusky Street, Burgess, and Hamtramck. So I know for the police department, that's one of their favorite places for high-speed chases. And you definitely, the records indicate that we have done no improvements since the original construction in the early 1900s. So utilities are original, the streets are original. It's time for some rehab. So we have looked at our consultants, and we are offering the selection of civil and environmental consultants to do the design. So fee is above 50, but under 70. So I'll look at Rob. I don't know if we need to take that to city council.
No, we do not.
So my request, which I can put in form of motion, is I move that we hire civil and environmental consultants to do the design for the construction of the critical infrastructure project on Burgess and Hamtramck streets.
Can I ask, is that money out of the CDBG?
No,
Okay,
we have to front the money.
Okay.
CDB is only for construction. So the money would be a market basket of general engineering, stormwater, wastewater, and water. So we would look at basically thinking of the value of the total construction, and we would assign the water fund would pay for the water line design, wastewater would pay for the sanitary, stormwater pay for the storm, and general engineering would pay for the roads, sidewalks, retaining walls, and appurtenances that are non-utility.
yeah,
well-
question I asked is because we received the award after last council meeting, and we went back and we checked the previous legislation that allowed us to apply for it, and council will still have to accept the awards, and so we'll do that at the next council meeting.
Yeah, we can wait to enter the contract. If we agree to do it today, we can wait to enter the contract after council's accepted the
Yeah.
So, we have a motion to, do you want to read back the motion?
I didn't get it all.
I can say.
Hire civil environmental consultants to do the project on,
Burgess, Hamtramck,
Bet-
High-
Between
or
Maine and
Main and
Sandusky.
Sandusky.
Yep.
There will be some connecting into all the intersections.
Okay. So, is there a second?
I made a new decision
I can second.
Okay.
Motion.
in an effort to save space.
All right, so now that we have the second, further discussion. So CDBG will cover the actual repair of the road, is that what I understand?
Well,
Yeah,
it's a
the number.
rebuilding,
It's,
really.
it's what, is this a 700,000? So the grant is a part of it. So very similar to what we did on Catherine Street is a completed critical infrastructure. So the grant, you have Catherine Street was, I don't know, about say $1 million project. The grant was 500,000. So then general fund and all of the utilities contribute to their share of
Sure.
the project. And then the cost estimate, we break out how much money we spend on water line, how much we spend on sanitary. And then the grant shares in those costs to make it less of a burden on the city.
So we're gonna cover that from each of those funds, and CDBG is gonna bolster each of those funds? So I'm just kinda confused where the grant comes in.
Sometimes the grant only pays for the road and then we pay for all the utility work. Sometimes the grant pays for some of it. It depends on exactly what the agreement says, which I don't have. But at the end of the day, you're getting more than $500,000 worth of grant money to do a project that desperately needs to be done.
Well, I would make an amendment to the motion, that this is contingent upon council's acceptance of the grant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, friendly
So-
amendment.
Yeah.
Not take any action until after council
Council's
takes
approval.
action.
So, Rob, I don't know that we have to vote since
On
the
that, yeah.
mover, accepts that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say, do you accept it? Okay, yeah, you can call it a
So-
friendly amendment.
Yeah.
Opposed
As opposed to a hostile amendment.
Hostile amendment.
I disagree, sir. Yeah. All right. So we have a motion with a friendly second. It says that we will move forward with those improvements, if you will, between Maine and Sandusky on Burgess and Hamtramck, contingent upon council's acceptance of the CDBG funds. Any further discussion?
Why doesn't it last more than 100 years? You'd think it would last longer.
The road?
Yeah.
You can still drive on it.
Yeah.
It is the
It's I do
user
frequently.
experience
At
that
your own peril.
that it seems to have,
If you're a fan of Cedar Point, you're gonna love the road. Yeah. No, we need to take it seriously. As we've reversed traffic, at least on Hamtramck, and made it two-way, you can, I mean, you didn't have to go both ways to know that, I mean, there is no curb and gutter. It's gone. So they're in desperate need of repair. I mean, the entirety of Burgess and Hamtramck, and they're need to get to work on that. So this is a good initial start, and I think the community will appreciate that. So, any further discussion? Nope. Good. Hearing none, clerk can call the roll.
Mr. Sires?
Yes.
Mr. Ball?
yes.
Mr. Reinhardt?
Yes?
Ms. Bisenman?
Yes.
All right, motion carries. All right, now we're on to very old business, the staggered fees draft.
Move the table.
Yes. I was gonna say, this is not Chloe's draft, I don't believe. We need to, let's get to, are you free tomorrow? Are you both free? We can do it next week, that's fine.
Yeah.
One was in France, one was in Texas.
Yeah,
What are we gonna do?
2 Fridays from
Yeah,
now.
yeah, we'll do it. We'll get it done. All
Chloe,
right.
Chloe, now that our summer help is back in college, she is available on Fridays.
Okay.
She is eager to.
Yeah, I got her my notes, so I don't know that, how
you catch
far.
up with her or not. Yeah.
Actually, I just seen.
We sent her to look for you,
All
but I
right.
know it was a busy week. So,
Yeah, all right.
We'll schedule a Friday work session to
Get the final draft.
get the final draft back together in a couple 3 weeks.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to table. Any concerns about tabling this? Yeah, I think so. All right. All in favor of tabling staggered fees draft conversation, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Go team.
All right. Does any other business need to come before the Utilities Commission? Hearing none, call for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn?
All right.
I'll second adjournment.
All in favor of adjourning this meeting, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed can stay here.
Go team.
It is 8:51.
Have any need for those?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Get them out of the office takes Now John has to get some votes together to
Yeah,
accept these
start
grants,
whipping, baby.
'cause, Man, getting people voting no for the police department.